Okay, I'm live again, and I feel a lot more confident with this video because I know that it's in the right orientation this time, and the thumbnail doesn't look stupid anymore because, like, when I first started it, it was just like, surprise, smile for a thumbnail, and it's like, what? But okay, nobody is joined yet, so I'm just gonna paint my nails while I wait. Somebody joined. Hey, Madison. Cassian. I need to... I should be a knife thrower. That was perfect. Oh my god. It's going good. It'd be better if my rabbit would stop being a brat. I just had a plastic toothpaste holder tube. I chucked it at his cage and it landed perfectly between two of the bars. It was a very proud moment. He's a brat. Okay, and I officially have my giveaway sheet. I found it. And there are only 9 of you on here. I did it. Yes, I did. Yes, there are only 9 entries on here. And I really don't want to do the giveaway without all of you getting the equal chance to, you know, to win. And yes, I finally did figure it out. But yeah, I'm open to any questions, whether they're bookish or just, like, kind of basic facts you want to know about me in general. Basic fact number 1. 90% of my animals annoy me all the time. Stop. Stop it. What's the giveaway book? Okay, the giveaway book is Dorothy Must Die by Danielle Page. I've read this series and it's really, really good. It's kind of like a darker twist on, you know, The Wizard of Oz, and it's really, really good. I loved it, and I actually own all of the books for it. I just need to get no, I don't. I don't own the 3rd book, but I have read them all. And I can vouch for it. They are very good. Maybe now I'll shut up. Here's a life update. So this is like a mini story. Since I live on a farm, my favorite booktuber is probably, I'm very fond of Sasha Ellsberg at A Book Utopia, and also Zoe, read by Zoe. Those are probably the 2 that I watch most frequently, but I also like Jessie the Reader. The thing that's killing me about being broke is that there are 2 books that I desperately need to add to my collection, which is the 3rd book to the Queen of Hearts series, and then the sequel to Stalking Jack the Ripper. But I have no money, so that poses a little bit of a problem. But yeah, back to my story time. I don't own a farm, but, like, we live on a big farm, like a big cow farm. We just moved on to one. And I have a small hobby farm. Like, I raise rabbits and such. And I was getting home from a night at my best friend's house. It was like 9 o'clock at night, and I was walking to the barn in the dark with a rabbit in a box. Because I was trying to take him out to the barn. And he's flipping out, and then all of a sudden I felt somebody watching me. Like, I just felt like somebody was watching me, and it was creeping me out. And so, you know that, like, intuition you get when you feel like you're being watched. Okay, well, I was in the dark, in the middle, like, we live basically in the middle of nowhere, because we're, like, this is a giant farm operation, meaning that they own half the land on the road. And yeah, so I turn around, and two things come out of the shadows, and the first thought that I had was, oh my god, they're coyotes. I am totally about to die. Because I thought that there were like a couple coyotes, and I'm like, god, this is not good. That isn't my first thought. Like, my first thought when I felt somebody watching me was, yep, this is how it ends. I'm a goner. But then when I saw the things walk out, I'm like, oh, great, they're coyotes. Now I'm really about to be mauled. So, words were said. I probably cursed very loudly when I thought that they were coyotes. But then I stepped closer. Duh. Yeah, go me. And then I realized that they were not coyotes. And I'm like, what the hell? And you want to know what they were? Goats. They were goats. Yeah, so two random goats came out of the shadows and just started hanging out with me. They were super, super friendly. And it's about, yes, goats, I'm not even kidding you. Stuff that happens to a farm girl in Michigan is quite astounding. Yeah, so they were goats. I was hanging out with them for, like, most of the night, and then I trapped them in my kennel, that my yard rabbit is supposed to be in. And I trapped him there, and the next morning I went out, and they were still there, and they've been here for the whole entire week, and I know whose goats they are, and I tried to give them back, and they just haven't came and gotten them, so I don't know if they just want them anymore, or what, but they've been at our house the whole week, and I named them. Their names are Nigel and Bobo, and, they've been coming out and do chores with me, and it's quite phenomenal and astoundingly hilarious. But yeah, I used to have goats, and I miss my goats so beyond much. And I've wanted goats ever since I lost my first two. And my mom just was like, she's like, no, the time's not right, we don't have room. And well, these ones just showed up, so I'm like, what are you gonna do about that? And they're still here, so it's okay. Like, basically, my whole reaction to that happening was that guy from that one video when he's in a parking lot, and then all of a sudden a goat shows up, and then he's filming, and then all of a sudden a llama shows up. Like, that was literally me. At first I was terrified, and then I was just, like, laughing and, like, the most happiest person ever, because I love goats. I love goats. Just curious, how does everybody else organize their shelves? Because I was having a bit of a hard time trying to decide how to organize mine. And I only have one rainbow-ish shelf, so if you just heard that tractor, they're farmers harvesting the fields tonight. I hear somebody coming out of their room.
Do any of your plugs work?
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
What are you doing?
Did you blow a fuse?
No. Do any of your plugs work? Like, does this one work?
Yeah. Why?
Because my plugs don't work.
So you blew a fuse?
No. Probably did it on purpose.
It's my brother.
Who is?
YouTube Live.
Oh, hi.
Serially?
Check me out on YouTube Wrestling.
How much do you like that heater now? Yeah, he fell. He's a little bit socially awkward, and when he slammed my door, he went to go run one way outside of my hallway, and I put a heater up there. He tripped right over it and face planted.
Why did you put it there? Anywhere. In the bathroom. You had to put it there.
You had to trip over it. Why'd you do that? Oh my god, that was pretty great. Oh, I'm sorry. I like to laugh at him all the time. Yeah, good way to promote himself is by falling. Oh god, yeah, definitely don't check him out on YouTube. I'm gathering that if you guys are into books, you probably won't be that into gaming. But I could be wrong. I definitely could be wrong. I just know that me and him have an ongoing feud about video games over books. So yeah. That was actually really hilarious though. And now when I post this live video, it's gonna be just on there. I'm sorry, I can't stop laughing about that. That's great. Guys, you want to see something great? I actually have the box set of Dorothy Must Die. And I don't think I hauled this, but yeah, I got the box set. So this is what it looks like. It's not the complete box set. It's book 1 and 2. But here's book 1. And then here's book 2. It's a lot smaller. Actually, I'm pretty sure the first book is the biggest book. Yep, even the 4th book's pretty small. I hear him coming back up. Do you need to go get ice?
What?
Do you need ice?
For what?
Any injuries you may have sustained? Somebody's salty. That's freaking hilarious. So, what has been... I see there's 2 people on here. What has been your guys' favorite book of 2017 so far? I agree, Jocelyn. Yes, so what is a favorite 2017 book for you guys? Because I know that mine has been one of the Sarah J. Maas books, but somebody else has a different favorite that I haven't read. I want to check it out. Oh no, there's 3 of you. Ow. I'm sorry, my back hurts really bad. I haven't been to the chiropractor in like 4 years. Hello. I don't want to say your name wrong. Because that'd be kind of awkward, but hello. Yes, this is a booktube channel. Yeah, see, I kept seeing the Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtues floating around booktube everywhere because I'm pretty sure it was a pre-Zootopia book club book. But when I read the synopsis, it just didn't look like something I was interested in, but everybody does keep saying that it's really funny. And because of that alone, I might have to check it out, but I don't know. Anybody that has noticed, I know that I'm stuttering. It doesn't normally happen, I promise. I don't know why it keeps happening lately, but I swear I've never stuttered a day in my life in my childhood, but it keeps happening now for some reason. And just in this past month. I have not read The Name of the Wind. Who is it by? I would say I'd look it up, but I'm filming on my only. I really do love Wrath in the Dawn. That actually may be one of my favorites or my second favorites after I read Sarah J. Maas. I might have to check that book out. But yeah, I really did love The Wrath in the Dawn. I'm pretty sure that's something that I read in March or May. I think it was May. I cried in public over that book. Oh no, my lipstick fell across the room, so now I'll just have to grab a different one. Yeah, I read Wrath in the Dawn when I was still in school, and let me just say, I was in English class. I was reading this book and I was crying about it, and I didn't realize I was crying about it until the teacher comes up to me and she's just like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Oh my god, yeah, I'm fine." Like, I was finishing it. Actually, I don't remember if it was Wrath in the Dawn or it was Rose and the Dagger that I cried over in school. I was reading it and I was finishing it, and it was like at the very end, and if you've read Rose and the Dagger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I was bawling my eyes out, but like, I didn't really register that I was in class bawling my eyes out until the teacher was just like, "Jenna, are you okay?" And I'm like, I'm looking around because everybody's staring at me, and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." And then I finished the book, and we still had like 40 minutes left in class, and I'm like, "Can I go grab my spare book?" And that was when everybody realized how much of a crazy book person I was. They were like, "Oh my god, she has a spare book, what is this?" As I'm already the only person in the class carrying around a book, which is really sad if you ask me. I'm sorry, I'm just bored. I'm trying to get, like, warm, but nobody will give me a heater. And the one that my brother tripped over does not count. I do always have spare books. I have at least 2, if not 3, at all times. Well, like, books in total. I have, like, 2 or 3 books in total. Yes! I feel so awkward when the main protagonist is doing something weird. It's like, if they're about to say something stupid, then I inwardly cringe, and I'm like, oh, I don't feel like I can read this. I feel uncomfortable reading this. Kind of how I felt reading, what I just hit. Now I'm all out of throwing material. This could potentially hurt me. Yes, I definitely do feel that way, though. Ow. I do not actually like audiobooks. I find them... I haven't read many audiobooks. But I like to, like, physically read and comprehend the words that I'm reading rather than listening to them. Because I zone out a lot when I'm just listening to something, like Parental Figures. I'm kidding. Kidding, totally kidding. Somebody's totally gonna show that to my mom. Rachel, I'm looking at you. But yeah. Woo! I'm just like... I just do this a lot. Okay, I hope it's good ice cream because I definitely wish I had some too. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people do that as well. They just keep the physical book with them when they read the audiobook. If any of you still watching have not entered the giveaway, you should go watch my 150 subscriber book giveaway. Also, if we get up to 200 subscribers by the end of the year, which we should be able to do since that's only 30 more subscribers, I will be giving away 2 more books, which is cool. Probably. Oh, that's a good question. Where's my notebook? I'm pretty sure at my mom's house. I have pretty sure I have like 315 books here at least. And then at my dad's I have around 50 to 70. So, like, what? Yeah, so I have almost 400 books, if not just barely 400. So yeah, I have quite a few, but Sasha at A Book Utopia, she has 1,000 of them, and that's kind of daunting. Plus, she wrote a book, and I also looking like, I keep having people tell me I should do a bookshelf tour, but I don't like know how to do a bookshelf tour. Do you just like show people what's on your bookshelf, or do you pull out books? Ow, that hurt. But yeah. I have thought about writing a book. I just don't think I'd be very good at it. A lot of booktubers that I watch have written books. Like Sasha wrote one. What's her name? Christine is. Sasha is such a beautiful human being. I just love her and adore her. And then Christine from Poland Bananas Books, she is writing a book. And who else is writing a book? I don't remember, but there's quite a couple of them that are writing books. I just don't think I could do it. I'm not, like, the best at writing. And plus, I've read so many books that I feel like anything I write would just be copying somebody else. So, I just decide to buy books instead. I mean, I'm not saying I completely rule it out, but just at this stage of my life, it's not something I know that I would be good at. So maybe like in the future if I like ever went to college or after college or something, but yeah, not right now. But I'm not saying not never, not ever. What? This is gonna be a long stream. Ow. Yes, I bet. She is very funny, and I think that whatever her book is about will be hilarious as well. I don't even know what her book is called yet. All I know about Sasha's book is that it's Zenith, Sci-Fi, Intergalactical Pirates, the Androma Saga, and that I'm planning on pre-ordering it to get it signed with that free necklace, whenever that's gonna be. And I heard that Sasha's writing another book. Sasha's writing another book for NaNoWriMo, and they're making a Zenith sequel. I'm from Michigan. Oh, that's a good question. I'm from Michigan. I've always lived in Michigan except for 10 months where I lived in Wisconsin. And they don't even really have an accent there either, so. If I ever did write a book, I would love to say that I would try to write it in high fantasy, but I really don't know if I have a good enough imagination for that. So let's just say, I'm trying to look at, probably like fairy tale retelling or, yeah, high fantasy maybe. And if not any of those, I really don't know, because lately I was in a really good contemporary kick during the summer, but now I just loathe the thought of contemporaries. Like, this shelf, while it may be pretty, I just don't even want to look at any of the books on it right now. Because I know there are good books on there, but like, I'm in that mood where I'm like, all high fantasy and no contemporaries. And so all the contemporaries on my shelf right now are making me mad. Just for no reason. It's just the mood that I'm in because it's fall/winter. I'm sorry if this is distracting. I just like get like this one bored. Oh, these are from when I had my wisdom teeth out. I was really funny that day under anesthesia. Yeah, I'm in a very big fantasy kick. From my wow, I can't talk. From my bookish crafts video, I unwrapped one of the books for this month. I should read that. I'm looking for more book recommendations. But I pulled the book for this month and I unwrapped it, and it was Legend by Marie Lu. And I've been trying to read it, but it is not high fantasy. It is dystopian. And I kind of am not in a dystopian mood right now. I mean, it's good, and I know that it's good, but, like, I'm having a hard time reading it. But I have to because it's part of my challenge. What you doing?
What's challenge?
I'm not telling you.
What?
'Cause you're gonna give me bad review on there. You just want to see yourself fall, don't you?
Huh?
You just want to hear yourself fall, don't you?
No. Not necessarily.
Then why do you want it?
Because.
I have to answer a question. Go. Okay. What are you looking at? What?
What's all that?
What's all what? What? The gift wraps? Books. They are. I'm not kidding. Okay, high fantasy is something that is all fantasy and, like, no modern day concepts. So, like, I'm not going to say Harry Potter because that's urban fantasy. Urban fantasy takes place in, like, a modern day concept. Like, City of Bones is urban fantasy. Twilight is urban fantasy. Harry Potter is urban fantasy. But things like Wrath in the Dawn and definitely A Court of Thorns and Roses are high fantasy. That was my little brother, but you can keep the annoying part. He's asking for my YouTube channel to stalk me, and I know for sure that he'd be putting some, like, snobby comments or something in there, so that's probably, like, a dangerous game. Yes, Game of Thrones would probably be considered high fantasy, I believe. I can't find my charger. That should be charging, I hope. I'm pretty sure Game of Thrones is definitely high fantasy. I mean, I haven't read it or watched it, but I kind of want to do both. I do not, unfortunately. We don't have TV. I do kind of want to watch it, but I don't know. I'm, like, trying to keep up with all my shows that I keep rewatching. Like, Supernatural came out with a new episode yesterday, so I had to watch that today, even if it wasn't English. I watched it regardless, so yeah, that's cool. My favorite TV shows. Okay, yes. My favorite TV shows are Supernatural, Vampire Diaries, Pretty Little Liars, Grey's Anatomy, Criminal Minds. I used to have more, but I kind of just stopped watching them. But yes, Supernatural is so great. I keep losing all my throwing material. I'm afraid to throw up one of my hand sanitizers in case I might lose it. That's not good. Oh. It's a lot. I knew I didn't want to do that the second I let it go. Yes! Funny story, actually. I was watching Grey's, and 2 a.m. I was watching season 8, the finale of season 8, which is with the plane. And I was so upset over those character deaths that I threw a temper tantrum and swore myself that I would never watch Grey's again. I actually made it a year without watching it, and then 2 more seasons released, and I'm just like, oh, you know what, I miss it too much. And I've been watching it, and I'm on season 10 and a half. I can hear you outside my door. What do you want? Walks back into his room. But yeah, I started watching again. I'm on season 10. And I'm just dreading it because I know my favorite character is about to die, like, in season 11 or 12. And I'm just like, who died in the 4th season? I don't remember. Oh, I think I know who it was. and that broke my heart a lot. Who was the worst death? Yes, Georgie died in season 4. That broke my heart. Honestly, the worst death for me so far was probably Mark and Lexi, both. But yeah, the episode that gave me the most anxiety was the shooter episode. When the shooter was in the hospital, I was literally having anxiety so much to the point where I thought I was gonna get sick. Yeah. I was just like, no! Yeah, it was just bad. So much was going on. Yeah, Lexi. Yeah, I know. Poor Lexi. That's her and Mark's death is the reason I stopped watching Grace for a whole year. And, I just know. I know that McDreamy is dying. I know that he dies. And I know how he dies. I just don't want to watch him die. Yes, exactly. But yeah, I know he's gonna die and I know how he dies. I just don't want to watch him die because he's my favorite character and it's gonna break my heart so much. I'm not emotionally prepared for that. At least I know Supernatural that whenever anybody dies, it's not permanent. I just got the notification to pick the giveaway winner, but I really don't think I should do it yet. But yeah, I saw on Supergirl, my brother made me watch one episode. I'm like, oh my god, that's where Lexi went. I know that I should probably skip the death, but like, I feel like I'm gonna need that closure. So, I know it's gonna be a hard day for me. Yeah, Pretty Little Liars ending broke my heart, and then Vampire Diaries ended a week or two after that, and I don't know if you guys have seen Vampire Diaries, but that finale was so sad. I didn't stop crying the full hour that the finale was, and I was sobbing. So like, I was sobbing so much. I didn't stop crying the entire time, and by the time it was over with, I was like hyperventilating. I was so stuffed up I couldn't breathe. And so like a couple weeks later, I watched the finale again, thinking, oh, okay, I already saw this, it won't be that bad. I cried even worse than I did than the first time I saw it. Like, it was just so sad. I promise, TVD gets so much better. I just love it. I haven't watched the originals yet, but I feel like I should because I need something to cling to. I've been rewatching Vampire Diaries. I'm on season 3, I think. I'm on season 3 again. Season 3 is kind of a dud because it's like that kind of like Stefan's gone and Damon like wants to be with Elena, but Elena wants to find Stefan, but Damon also wants to find Stefan. So it's kind of like a dud season, I'll admit, but I'm pretty sure season 4 is where it gets really good. And then the rest of the seasons are great. I feel like any shows, you have to really get past the first season, and then it gets really good, because the first seasons are always so cheesy. My eyes change colors, so now they probably look green. But, sometimes they're gray, sometimes they're blue, sometimes they're green. It's okay. As you can see, I probably have ADHD too. I've been fiddling with stuff the entire video. But, yeah. The first season of Pretty Little Liars was kind of ridiculous and cheesy, but I was so hooked by the first episode, and I'm like, let me see more. I do admit it takes a lot of patience to watch Pretty Little Liars, but it's so worth it. No, Brown isn't boring, because Brown has a lot of different, you know, shades it can be when light hits it. So, yeah. Okay, thanks for being here, Jocelyn. I like talking to you. Pretty Little Liars definitely does take you hostage. It's kind of one of those holes that you just get sucked into. Yeah, I just never stopped. And it takes a lot of patience. I was watching Heartland for a while, and then just got sidetracked. My favorite character from Pretty Little Liars. Oh my god. My favorite girl is Emily. I think. Could be Aria. I really don't know. I just love them all. My favorite guy from Pretty Little Liars is probably... I can't even answer that question. I just love them all so much. Like, I have a personal attachment to all the characters. But if I had to pick one of the liars, Emily. And then if I had to pick one of the guys, it would be Ezra. Honestly, I just love those two so much. But I really do love them all. Like, it's legitimately hard whenever somebody asks who my favorite character is from that show. There are only 9 submissions. Yes, I just love Emily because she's the most humble of the 4. She's so humble, and she is more relatable because she's not, like, she goes through, like, real struggles, like her dad being at war and then running out of money when she's in college, and it's just, yeah, I understand Emily. It keeps telling me to pick the giveaway winner. It's like my reminders app is like, pick giveaway winner, pick giveaway winner, and I'm just like, there's only 9 submissions. I feel like I should be extending the date. Oh, thank you. Okay, since this video is almost 40 minutes long, I'm pretty sure that I have to conclude it. But yeah, thank you to anybody who watched, and don't forget to enter the giveaway. So yes, thank you for watching, guys.